Good morning. It's Thursday, 7/24/2025, and the heat wave is back. I just got back from bike ride this morning, and I didn't do as much as I have been doing because the sun was getting really strong and it's a lot hotter. And I've done a lot lately on bike riding, so you need to have some rest days, sort of, or at least not going all out or something. And yeah, it's pretty nice though. Good thing about riding your bike is even if there's not much of a breeze, just riding the bike gives you a little bit of a breeze. So that's why it's more comfortable than running in hot weather. At least I think so. I don't know. That's my theory. Uh, anyway, I don't know. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about health and longevity, and I've been studying it. And one thing, there's two things that are, or three, let's say there's three things that are pretty clear and have a lot of studies and evidence to back it up. And one is sleep is really important. So make sure you get good sleep and rest. Two is just even a little bit of exercise can have big effects on your longevity and overall health. Like just the minimal effort can have a huge effect. And three is your diet and nutrition. So what I've discovered in my experiences and from research, it seems to be that carnivore is really good for you. So that means eating no or very small amounts of sugar and carbohydrates. And you get your nutrients from eating meat, protein, and fat. And it doesn't have to be meat necessarily, I guess, well, I guess if you're carnivore, it does. But anyway, the only things that I miss on doing carnivore is potatoes and pasta. But I've started eating this lentil pasta. It's like red lentil pasta that's made out of red lentils. And I think it's carnivore friendly. It doesn't have, I don't think it has any carbs. I'm not sure though. But it's got fiber, and that's something that carnivore in general lacks. So you have to, I don't know if you have to, but I've found it way more comfortable when I'm pooping to have some fiber on the carnivore diet, especially if you eat too much cheese or something. Oh gosh. And another cool thing about carnivore is you don't have to poop as often, and it's totally fine and comfortable. It's not like you're constipated or something. It's just that your body processes proteins and animal fats uh, to the point where there's not as much waste product, I guess. But one of my favorite sources of fiber since I've been on the carnivore diet is kimchi. I in particular like this one brand. because I've tried different brands and I don't like. There's this one I like in particular. I'm not gonna say what it is right now, though. And but anyway, kimchi's good for your gut microbiome, supposedly, and all this junk. I don't really know about all that, but I think it's probably true. Like when I was eating a lot of kimchi, my earwax became like really white and um, and clear, like really clean, healthy earwax was something I noticed that was really weird, not like the brown gunky stuff, and not as much either. Like, it's amazing what your diet can do to your body. I mean, I don't know if that's definitely what did it, but I think so because I was eating a lot of kimchi at that time, and it became really my earwax became like really white and like clean looking, and so that was pretty neat. And yeah, I don't know all the facts. I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist or anything, but I've studied a lot of this stuff. And I mean, you got to do your own research on stuff. You can't just believe the experts, they'll tell you anything, as you've seen in recent times, obviously. Uh, Obviously, they're full of baloney, and I don't eat baloney. And anyway, I guess the gut and the bacteria and having a healthy microbiome gives you overall immunity, health, and benefits. So I'm thinking that's partly why my earwax became so clean was my overall body's like immunity was increased or working really good or something. I don't know really, but I definitely like eating kimchi. And also, there's this sauerkraut that you can get at Costco that's good for your gut microbiome. So when I can't get that good kimchi I like, I'll eat that sauerkraut. It's in the cooler section. The one in the cooler section has like the healthy microbiome stuff, but the ones on the shelf at room temperature, they don't have as much of all that sort of thing because they're more processed, I guess. I don't really know. I haven't done real good testing on it, but I definitely like the sauerkraut that's in the cooler area a lot better than general sauerkraut. And sauerkraut and kimchi, the main ingredient of both of them is cabbage. So that's a really good source of fiber. I think they're both fermented cabbage, but I think the kimchi's probably more fermented than the sauerkraut. It definitely has a lot stronger effect on like my earwax and my gut health, I think. I mean, it's hard to quantify all this stuff. Uh, when I'm riding my bike, I see dogs with like a cone on their head, and I'm like, yeah, these dogs have better health care than I do. I haven't seen a doctor in 20, 30 years, I guess. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was in high school or something. And, but my health has never been better. So, mainly because I quit eating the inflammatory seed oils that's common in like everything in American food. And like fast food, they deep fry everything and all that stuff. And, a lot of times they probably don't change the oil regular enough. I don't really know all that. I've never actually worked in fast food, so I don't know all the details on that. But I have been cooking really good lately. I've been doing really good at cooking. I've really increased my skills and knowledge of what good foods to buy. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a cook you are if you're not getting good quality food, if you're not able to. I think that's a big part of being a chef is picking out high quality food to cook. Um, but let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? I think that's about it. So, well, I have enjoyed the cool spell we've had here lately, but today the heat wave is back on, and it is hot. And I guess it's going to be hot for a little bit. But it was a long stretch of heat before that short cool wave we had there. It's like 2 or 3 days of nice cool temperatures. It got down in the 50s. Oh, it was so nice. I was sleeping really good and enjoyed the exercise a lot more. Oh, saw a beautiful rainbow that one day. It was amazing. And, but anyway, I guess I'll just have to tough it out on this heat wave. I'll probably shuffle in my apartment with the air conditioning on quite a bit to get my steps in at least. Um, so, yeah, to summarize, get at least some exercise. Try to improve your diet by cutting out sugars and carbohydrates. But if you do get pretty heavy into carnivore type diet, you do need to eat a little fiber occasionally. And you can get that from like red lentil pasta type things, or I like kimchi and sauerkraut, but prefer kimchi. I also eat like a apple. I get some apples or bananas, like maybe every couple weeks. So I'm eating a little bit of fruit here and there too. Not a lot, not all the time, but I'll get something and then eat it while it's fresh till it's gone, and then not have any for a little bit. Because fruits are very high in sugar, so you can't. It's probably not good to just eat a bunch of sugar. Although I've been seeing some goofy diet trend about the sugar diet. I wouldn't try it. I mean, I don't. I mean, just look at the average person. They're already on the sugar diet, probably. So you can see how that is. But I don't know. I don't really know all about that. But I wouldn't do it. I've I've done different diets, and I think carnivore is the best. It makes the most sense and has a lot of good evidence for it being nutritious and good for you, and a lot of benefits. And so yeah, I don't do just every diet or something. Or I'm kind of surprised at how dumb some of the like the TikTok trends. I don't get on TikTok anyway, but I hear about them. You see them on YouTube. I'm more of a YouTube guy, I guess. I learned a lot on YouTube though. I am really grateful for YouTube and all the good information it gives you. I mean, no doubt there's a lot of bad information on there too, but if you start watching the good information, then it gives you more good information. If all you watch is bad information, then it gives you more bad information. But I do watch that Pygmy guy on YouTube, and he does like he'll try out whatever diet things trending and try it out for a week or something, and and like the ones that are good, he'll keep using those. That's a smart way to go about it. But I wouldn't just try everything. You should use some discernment and skip a lot of stuff. That applies pretty broadly, actually, to life. Um, all right. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day and stay cool.